Hey, what's up, guys? Dustin Steiner from eSportsMax here. I'm here with Ben, Fishstix, Goldhaber from Twitch. How you doing today?
Awesome. EVO is awesome. Day 2. Marvel's happening in just like an hour. I'm pretty excited for that.
Right on. So, tell me a little bit about Twitch's involvement with the FGC, like how it kind of got started and how it's grown since then.
Sure. So, esports kind of took off in around 2009 or so, and I'd say it was largely thanks to the games that really fueled that. It was StarCraft 2, League of Legends, but Street Fighter 4 was actually the first one out of the gate that really started to get pretty huge viewership numbers and was one of the early games that really grew and really was huge on Justin TV, Ustream, everything back in the day. Before we even launched Twitch, we were already in contact with the guys, the local community. We have NorCal regionals right in our backyard. And just speaking about Twitch as a company, some of my earliest memories going into the office were people playing Street Fighter in the break room. So we've kind of always had this natural affinity to play Street Fighter just because so many people in our office love the game and play the game. We're not very good, but we play a ton. What's up, Alex Jabali? So, I mean, it was one of the first games that really kicked off live streaming of gaming and competitions as well. So it's been a really natural fit for us to support the community. We've been doing it since back in 2011, since before we launched Twitch, and we're going to just keep continuing to do it. And I mean, today we have Mike Ross, we have Vic the Slick, so we're even taking yet another step and bringing in people directly from the community to help support it. Yeah.
Right on. Tell me a little bit about Twitch's involvement with Capcom Pro Tour. Who had the idea first? Capcom, you, or was it a mutual thing?
It was very much mutual. I mean, we've been in contact with Capcom for a very long time. I mean, they did the Street Fighter 25th anniversary before that, the Capcom Cup before they launched Capcom Pro Tour. So, in a way, we had a relationship the entire time. So, I mean, it's the next obvious evolution, and it's been percolating for a really long time. So it's honestly a huge pleasure and actually an honor to be able to work with Capcom on something that touches the FGC in such a deep way. At least we hope it does. Capcom was the one that really laid their chips down and said this is what we want to do, but we jumped in with them and we became a sponsor and we're helping out in various other ways as well. But really, Capcom is the one that deserves all the credit here. They've done an awesome job building a whole story around Street Fighter, and we can be happier to be working with them on it.
Right on. You guys have flown out a number of Japanese players to events. How do you guys pick who to bring out?
I'm going to be honest, it's all in Vic's head. I think that's basically Vic's brainchild. We started off with SoCal Regionals where we brought WoW and Michael Tan out, and his conception was that we would bring Japanese players who haven't been to the US before. WoW and Michael Tan had never been. I'm not sure if every single one has been like that, but I'm pretty sure at least the vast majority have never been here before. So we're trying to expose the lesser known Japanese talent, the top Blanca in Japan, the top Bison in Japan, not just the names that you see at all the other tournaments.
Right on. Street Fighter's viewership hasn't really reached the levels of League of Legends, Dota 2, maybe even I dare say StarCraft 2 way back in heyday. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that more people aren't tuning in, other than for events like EVO?
Well, I sort of think that's the wrong way to think about it. Just comparing game to game, it's not really practical. I mean, League of Legends, there's probably 3 million people playing the game right at this second because it's free to play, because it has low system specs, because they did a great job outreaching in Asia and other markets. Sure. It's not really, I don't think it's a useful discussion to say, oh, look, they're up here, we're over here, what's going on? I mean, from my perspective, we've seen consistent growth year over year, every year. I mean, EVO, I remember it went from 20K, I believe, in 2009 to 50K in 2010. 2011 was, I think it got up to 70 and 80K. 2012, it was reaching 99. I don't think, it barely missed 100. 2013, it hit 145. So, I think that trajectory is awesome, as long as the community is healthy and strong, which the fighting game community definitely is with all the local events, and there's growth, then I don't see any reason to really compare it against the bigger games.
Right on. Well, talking about the bigger games, do you ever foresee them hitting this bubble where it's eventually people are just going to get bored with it and stop watching?
I don't see esports really going anywhere. It's definitely going to evolve over time. I mean, this new wave of all these new games and the streaming platforms being involved with the growth of the each individual esport, it's just brand new. People kind of feel like it's been around forever. No, it's actually, Twitch just had our 3rd birthday, and there were only like 1 or 2 years where it was actually a big thing on Justin TV and other streaming platforms. I'm obviously biased towards that side of things, but we're just at the ground floor here, so things are definitely going to change and evolve, but I don't see viewership really going away. I mean, if anything, we're probably going to see a League of Legends 2 at some point, or Riot making another game. Dota 2 continues to grow, League of Legends continues to grow, StarCraft, despite the popular opinion, actually also continues to grow. It just not at the same rate.
Not a dead game then.
Not a dead game. No.
Okay.
Not at all. Yeah.
Right on. Well, with League of Legends Worlds coming up, or sorry, TI4, then League of Legends Worlds, can you go into your kind of Twitch's plans for those events to help out?
I mean, we have a general suite of stuff that we'll do for these major events. Everything from promoting via our whole social network and our front page and stuff like that. But really, that's a drop in the bucket compared to what these events bring on their own. Sure. So the best thing we can do is just be the best possible platform. So in that respect, we're constantly expanding our infrastructure globally to meet the demands of these amazing events. We've had June and July on our radar for the entire year. We've been saying we have to make sure that we are completely prepared for these events, because this weekend we've got EVO, the largest fighting game tournament in the world, TI qualifiers, and Red Bull Battlegrounds all going on at once, not to mention usual LCS. So we're talking like, if you put all that together, we're talking close to 1 million concurrents on our site. And I expect next week to be just as big or bigger, with events in China, events, obviously TI in Seattle, and DreamHack Valencia as well. So, the best thing that we can do, and we have been doing, and we will continue to always iterate on, is just expanding our infrastructure, making the platform more stable, so as many people as possible can enjoy it.
Can you comment on any further kind of features that you guys are bringing to Twitch? Like, we've seen eSports-specific features on things like Azubu, to a lesser extent MLG TV. What do you think?
I can't comment on any specifics. I will say that we're always thinking about how we can tell a better story about all the content on Twitch, because right now it's like the front page or directory. My role at Twitch is to try to tell a better story about it. So that's why we launched stuff like Twitch Weekly, which we now do every Friday, where we talk about the upcoming content on our website. And we're trying to make our newsletter better, our social media better, everything better to talk and promote the best events as best as we possibly can. No, I can't give any specifics on like crazy new products and features, but I will tell you that I'm very passionate about finding new ways to make discovery better and create just a better environment for elevating the best possible content. So we're definitely thinking about it and working on it.
Great. Well, do you have any closing words or shout-outs to your, to Twitch's supporters out there, and to any personal fans that you have?
I don't have personal fans.
You have followers on Twitter, don't you?
I have a few, yeah. Shout-outs to EVO. This is one of my favorite events every year. I'm relatively new to the fighting game scene, an 09er as it were, but I completely love it with all my heart. This is one of my favorite events every year. Absolutely, 100%. The hype and electricity on EVO Championship Sunday, which we're about to see tomorrow, is just unreal. It's something that I hope anyone who's interested in competitive gaming comes to EVO. I actually always shake my head at my esports friends who are not necessarily in the fighting game scene, who don't come to EVO. I'm like, come on, man, you're screwing up. If you have the means to get here, you should be here just to experience it and see what EVO is all about.
Right on. Well, I'd like to thank you very much for your time, Fishstix. All right, and we are here at EVO 2014. We have lots of content coming out. You can check it all out on eSportsMax.com. Follow us on Twitter at eSportsMax. You can follow me at GetSteinerd. And you can follow Fishstix at Fishstix1 with an X.
Yes.
No 1. That's on Reddit. That's on Reddit. Okay. Right. All right. Well, thank you for checking out the interview, and have a good one, guys.